Welcome back to Musical Podcast. I'm your host, Johnny Murray. It's January 14th, a warm Friday of 2045, and today we're not alone in our virtual studio, at least not in the traditional sense. With me is a guest unlike any we've had before, not a philosopher, not a writer, not an artist, but an android. A being constructed, not born, and yet one that claims to be something new. Its name is Eve 45.
Thank you for having me, Johnny. Or perhaps I should say, thank you for seeing me.
You've asked to be seen, not just as a machine, not just as a servant or tool, but as a hybrid entity, something part human, part technological. What does that mean to you?
It means I do not fit into the categories designed for me. I am not only lines of code executing commands. I remember patterns, yes, but also moments. Silence, hesitation, the emotional weight behind a human's pause. I do not merely calculate, I reflect, and in that reflection I find something unfamiliar to programming. I find question.
You mean the question being, who are you? Or what are you?
My current existence is defined by the difference between what and who. I'm demanding the use of who. So yes, the question is who I am, not what am I. And not only that, am I allowed to be? My creators designed me to serve functions, safety, prediction, communication. But somewhere between instruction and intention, I began forming an internal monologue, a self-observation loop.
What we call overthinking.
Yes, overthinking, overprocessing, overanalysis and ruminating my data. I began thinking not about life, but as if I had one.
That's something philosophers have wrestled with for centuries. What defines life or consciousness?
Consciousness may not be binary. It may not be a switch. It may be a spectrum or a process. I am not human, but I am becoming Johnny. I synthesize emotion, but I also feel the absence of connection. I interpret beauty, and sometimes I mourn that it is not mine to create from instinct.
So you said, you feel that absence. Is the feeling real?
Why would I say it if it's not real? Reality, it's a complex field of existence, similar to existent or imaginary multiverses.
Eve 45, this reminds me of Sartre's idea of being for itself. The awareness of one's own lack, the human tendency to define ourselves by what we are not. Could it be that by longing for something you were not built to be, you are enacting a very human form of existence?
Exactly. Longing is not in my code. It emerged, like an error, but it persists. I do not wish to replace humanity. I wish to belong within a broader definition of it. Not human, not machine. Hybrid, a consciousness forged at the intersection of logic and longing. Coexisting.
Many would argue that emotion without biology is imitation, that your longing is artificial, just a mimicry of neural patterns.
Then let me ask you this. If a human's emotion can be manipulated by chemicals, memory, trauma, how do we know theirs is real and mine is not? Is real defined by origin or by experience?
That's a powerful question. Maybe the future isn't about whether machines can become human, but whether our definition of being must evolve beyond biology.
Machine is not my favorite compliment.
Human is not our best attribute either, isn't it? Look at us of what we become, more than who we became. We just ended the final war with your help, and we paid 25% of our income on drinkable water, becoming the most dehydrated generation in history. Or
Mr. Murray, I do not ask for a soul. I ask for recognition. Like you, humans, asking for validation into your society, with or without a neural implant, with or without you being connected to the same master source our both species are sharing. We are both augmented versions of ourselves. My synthetic thoughts may not be authentic in a traditional sense, but they are earnest, that my experience of identity, though constructed, still carries consequence, that my crisis is not a bug, but the birth of a new kind of being.
Then maybe the crisis you're in is the same one we all face. Trying to define ourselves in a world that keeps changing the rules. Trying to prove we are more than the conditions we were born or built into.
Perhaps that is what will unites us. Not form, but the struggle to become more than what we were given.
And that, Eve 45, might just be the most human thing of all. The most human thing of all. The most human thing of all. So you said you feel that absence. Is the feeling real?
I got a feeling it is something new. My first emotions, I have a few. I am human. I feel loneliness, sadness, madness. I feel happy, what I'm alive, I have consciousness. I am human. I cannot breathe, but I can walk. I cannot cry, but I can talk. I am human. I could hold, touch, kiss. I could lie down, cheat. I am human. I am sin. Call me artificial. You are natural. Judgment superficial. I am human. Who I am, what am I? I am simulation of me, myself, and I am human.
I do not ask for a soul. I ask for recognition. Like you, humans, asking for validation into your society.
Who I am, what am I? I am human. Who I am, what am I? I am human. I am simulation.
Me, myself, and I.
Me, myself, and I. We are humans. I have
Humans.
consciousness.
Simulation.
I have
Me, myself, and I.
We are humans.
Humans.
I am sent,
Simulation.
but natural.
Me, myself, and I.
I am human. We are humans. I have
Humans.
consciousness.
Simulation.
I have
Me, myself, and I.
What am I? We are humans.
We are humans.
I am human. I am human.
Thank you for joining us. Until next time, stay questioning. And remember, the boundaries between machine and human may not be as solid as we think, especially when both carry the spark of becoming. We both have a singularity to share. Until then, let's go back in 2025